On my first day of school, I didn't know a word of English. And like the only thing I could tell my teachers were like the song lyrics.
I was adopted by a white family, and so I didn't have anyone to speak Korean with, and so I lost it.
Hi, I'm Giancarlo.
Hi, I'm Seihi.
Nice to meet you. So what's your story?
So I've been coming to Montgomery College since spring 2017, and I'm now a sophomore, and I'll be graduating this May.
Nice.
How about you?
Same. Basically me, I started like summer 2017,
Okay.
and then I should be graduating maybe next year around spring. So yeah, bit of a different path, but you know. So you're from Korea. What's that like?
So I was born and raised there until I was 5,
Okay.
and then I came to the United States to be adopted.
Oh, nice. Do you remember anything about Korea?
I do. So I have memories of going to preschool, and like walking along the busy roads of Seoul, which is the capital. And yeah, so I have very fond memories.
That's cool. What's the culture like? Because honestly, I just know like BTS and like Korean barbecue. That's basically all I know.
I guess some of my favorite things about Korean culture are the food. So have you ever tried kimchi before?
Once.
Once? Yeah. So I love kimchi, spicy food. I also really like the traditional attire called hanbok.
How does that look like?
So it's kind of like a A-line structure, and it's made of, I guess, tulle and things like that. It's very beautiful.
Sweet.
Yeah, but where are you from?
I was born in Argentina to Peruvian parents.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Like all my family's like Peruvian, but like I'm the only Argentinian born in the family.
Oh,
Yeah. So like I came here when I was like 5. And honestly, I don't remember anything at all from Argentina or Peru.
Oh.
Literally, I just know like one morning I wake up and I'm here in America.
So do you still speak the language?
Yep, definitely. Can never forget Spanish. It's just something that's embedded in my head because like every time when I go home, my parents speak to me in Spanish. It's one rule they have in their house is like in this house we speak Spanish. And when you go out, English, but in this house, Spanish.
I think that's really cool because now you're bilingual, whereas in my situation, I was adopted by a white family, and so I didn't have anyone to speak Korean with, and so I lost it. Yeah, so I only speak English now, and even though Korean is my first language, and since I've lost it, it's still been really hard to like relearn it again.
Really? Do you remember any like key words or anything?
I only know like very basic like greetings and things like that.
Okay. All right, can you tell me greeting?
So hello is 안녕하세요.
Wow, that is a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you? How do you say?
Hi is hola, like hello. Bye is like adios. Good morning is buenos dias. Good night is buenas noches.
Oh, wow, you know a lot.
Yeah, about a good number.
So how did you end up coming to Montgomery College?
Montgomery College. So in high school, I literally had no idea what I wanted to do. Well, actually, no, I did have an idea. I wanted to go to law school and be a lawyer and stuff. But then in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's really expensive, and I kind of don't really want to have my parents go into debt because like I really want to do something, and I am their only child. So like I just decided, you know what, maybe I'm gonna stay here a couple years, save them some money, be with my parents for at least a bit, and then see where I go off. You know?
Yeah, that was very similar for me as well. In high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So once I graduated, I took a gap year.
Okay.
And I worked at a local yarn shop. And so that's when I got inspired to do business.
Oh,
and that's what I'm majoring in now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what are you into?
So like here on campus?
No, like
just
hobbies and like stuff, yeah.
If I wasn't doing business, I wanted to major in fashion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I know how to sew, and I really like to draw, but it's not as lucrative. But coming to MC, I've been able to still like keep my hobbies and like explore them, because like for an elective I chose a drawing class, so that was really
That's
fun.
sick. I'd love to take a look at your work sometimes.
Oh yeah. But how about you? What are some hobbies?
I'm really into music. Like music is my passion, like a lot. Like music is the main reason I learned English. When I was like 5 years old when I first came here, I was in a car with my dad, and he took me to work because no one could find a babysitter at the time. And he threw on this Coldplay song. Do you listen to Coldplay?
Not a whole lot, but I know some songs.
All right, so they have this one really famous song called Clocks where it goes da na 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 na. So like the moment I hear the opening piano, like I'm instantly hooked. Like that just, it sticks to my head, and then I hear the lyrics. And then like I ask him what song is this, and he tells me the song, and then from then I'm just hearing the song over and over and over. And then like on my first day of school, I didn't know a word of English. And like the only thing I could tell my teachers were like the song lyrics.
Oh.
That was literally all I could tell them, and like they thought I was crazy. Like they literally called my mom down, like, "Is your son okay? Does he need like help, like mental help, like psychological help?" And I just told her, "No, Mom, it's fine. Like it's just a really great song."
Oh, so do you sing?
Yeah, sing a little bit.
Whoa, and play instruments?
Yeah, play guitar, either acoustic or electric.
Well, that's so cool. See, I don't know how to play any instrument, so that's very admirable.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But what are some involvements here at?
Oh, here? So when I first came here, I was one of the students who just like went to class and went home. But like I'm one of those people that, you know, whatever situation you're in, you try to make the best out of it. So I had a friend, he told me, "Man, you need to go out and like meet people and like do stuff, because just going home, that's just really boring, man. You're not gonna do anything, and you're just gonna like feel depressed and everything." And then one day I just thought, you know what, you're right. And then so like I joined one of his clubs, the Young Democrats. Really great club, yeah. And then after that couple months in there, I thought, you know, I need to go out and look for more and more clubs. And then I looked into the Latino Student Union. Really great club. Like it just talks about everything that I stand for with like immigration, with Hispanics and everything. It just connects a whole community together.
What do you do exactly in that club?
So what we do is we look for anything related to like Hispanic culture and like the Hispanic community. Right now we're looking to work with like DACA recipients and DACA students. Recently, our vice president and our president went to Florida for a trip to talk about like politics in like South America, because like some crazy stuff's going down there right now.
Yeah. So are you a DACA recipient?
Yeah, I'm a DACA recipient.
Oh, okay. And like, how does that play a role in your life?
So basically, it's okay. I mean, the only bad part is like I can't travel. And that's what really bothers me, because like I'm a really adventurous person. Like I want to go out there and just meet new people, like try new things and everything. I didn't know I was undocumented until like I was 6, when like my cousins who were like American-born citizens, they were going to Peru to visit our family, and like I really wanted to go, but then my mom was like, "No, you can't go." And they wouldn't tell me until like 3 or 4 days later, and so I was just banging on the door like, "You have to tell me, you have to tell me." And then they just sat me down and told me, "Yeah, you weren't born here. You were born in Argentina." And I thought, "Oh, wow, okay. Understandable." And then I didn't officially, I think I found out where I got in the program when around President Obama was still in office, was in 2012, when I saw my parents jumping and crying, like watching the TV as he gave the announcement and everything. Yeah.
Effective immediately, the Department of Homeland Security is taking steps to lift the shadow of deportation from these young people. Over the next few months, eligible individuals who do not present a risk to national security or public safety will be able to request temporary relief from deportation proceedings and apply for work authorization.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a good thing you ended up at Montgomery College, because I know that they have a lot of resources.
Oh, definitely they do.
Yeah.
It's a great college, especially if you don't know what you want to do, and to go on from there.
Yeah, being adopted, I feel really lucky, because while I first had Korean citizenship, now that I have parents who are U.S. citizens, I was easily able to get U.S. citizenship. And having a lot of DACA recipient friends, and just hearing their stories, I've learned how difficult it is for other people to get citizenship. And so,
that's really difficult.
Yeah, I just hearing your story, I feel really, really grateful.
I keep hearing stories that Donald Trump must have waited 10, 12 years to give like DACA recipient citizenship. And I'm just like, wow, that's a really long time. I don't know if I can wait that long, but at this point, I'm optimistic, you know. Anything can happen at this point, you know.
That's good, yeah. And I feel like all of the DACA recipients that I know, like they're some of the most hard-working like students here.
Oh, definitely,
and so,
yeah.
I definitely hope to see some things change.
Yeah, I think they will. One thing I want to see change is the stereotype that Hispanics or Mexicans are taking like people's jobs. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't know how that's even possible. Like, is there a Hispanic person comes up, has a gun to your head, and is like, "Yo, give me your job." Do you see that? Do you ever see that? No. No. What I look at is as like the job marketplace. It's like eat or be eaten, basically. You know, the job goes to someone who works harder, who's willing to put in the effort, and you know, just be there. So what do you remember about the adoption process? How was that?
I was raised in Korea by my birth mother, and then she was the one who brought me over to the United States. So that's very non-typical for adoptions. Usually, you know, people go through an orphanage or an agency, but my birth mother decided to bring me over here, and I was unaware that I was going to be adopted. So when I did find out, it was a bit shocking, but now I know why she gave me up for adoption, and that's because she loved me so much and she wants me to have a better opportunity here in America. And I'm really happy that she made that choice, because now I have a loving family. I have a mom and dad and 2 older brothers, and so yeah, first being adopted, it did take a bit of a cultural transition. Learning English was a big challenge for me, so I was in ESOL for the first year that I was here.
Oh, I can relate to that, definitely.
You were in ESOL too, yeah. And then, yeah, but I feel like, you know, being adopted at 5 was probably a good age, because that's when your brain's still developing. So I was able to quickly learn the language, being immersed in it and having to use it. But yeah, I remember first coming here and first seeing the house that I live in now and thinking, wow, that's so big, you know. And here it's like a pretty, like fairly small house, but compared to what I was living in Korea, it seemed like a big difference.
Wow.
Yeah, so
How does your life in Korea compare to what you have right now in America?
So other than like, I guess, size of housing, I think the work culture is very different. Like I've heard that in Korea, people work very long hours. And so I feel another thing that I'm grateful for here in America is that while we, you know, are able to go to work, you know, it's important to have a home-work balance. So yeah, I feel like I would definitely be more stressed if I was still living in Korea. So are you involved in any other clubs?
Yeah, at a stint at the Future Female Leaders Club.
Ooh.
Yeah. I support strongly with equality with everyone. I think females play a big role in society, and I think we would not be anywhere if it wasn't for like females. Yeah,
That's
really
actually
important,
something that I'm interested in. So like, what do you do exactly in that?
We try to do everything like, well, the last meeting I went to, we try to schedule a movie where we'd show movies and raise money for like charities that's like associated with like, I don't know, like raising money for like Planned Parenthood and all the other stuff. But that just never went through. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the Latino club that you're in.
Yeah, it's really great. We get together like every Wednesday at like 3:30. We try to come up with programs. Right now we're thinking about doing a dance, soccer tournament, just get everyone like integrated, you know.
Have you met any interesting people there?
Honestly, yeah, a lot. Like a good amount of people. People from like different countries I thought I'd never meet, honestly. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
So it's not just for Latinos?
Oh no, anyone can join. You don't have to speak Spanish. Even in the meetings, we speak English. Like that's the funny thing, yeah.
That's cool.
What do you do on campus?
Okay, so I'm involved in the Macklin Business Institute. So it's a business honors program here at Montgomery College. And I am involved in a bunch of other things that are underneath that umbrella. So I work at the MBI Cafe.
Okay.
Have you ever passed by it in the campus center?
Oh yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the proudly served Starbucks. So some roles that I have there are I'm a barista, and then I'm also on the operations team. So I order supplies, yeah. And then I also do Enactus. So Enactus is a nonprofit organization that partners with Montgomery College. And basically their mission is to encourage college students to help others through entrepreneurial action.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I know that's a lot, but so yeah, I'm the co-president of that. And one of the projects that I'm really passionate about is called Our Stories. So we go into local high schools and we help ESOL students write personal stories. And then we publish all their stories into a book. And then we help them sell the book and raise money for their program. So yeah, as a former ESOL student, I find great joy spending time with those ESOL students and helping them improve their literacy and classroom engagement, and then also teaching them about business.
That's cool. So what inspired the whole businesswoman thing?
Definitely during my gap year when I worked at the yarn shop. It was a all women run business, and so seeing the ins and outs of creating a product and marketing it, yeah, really inspired me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's a big businesswoman.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, yeah. She occasionally during the spring she likes to do her own little yard sales and like sell some stuff.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why I chose business is because it applies to almost every aspect of
Oh, it does,
life.
definitely, yeah.
And it's very applicable. And whatever the degree that I get with business, I can apply it to anywhere.
Nice. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it was nice sitting down, talking to you, spending time. It's really interesting hearing about your story about like how were you adopted, coming from Korea. It seems like a long, strong, powerful journey.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing with me.
Oh, no, thank you. I really enjoyed listening to your story as well, especially since you're a DACA recipient, and I wish you the best of luck with your studies.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah. But
Thank you. Nice meeting you. You have a good one.
you too.